All right, we got another derivative to take. So the derivative here in this one, this is problem 22, by the way, in the section. And they give us f of x equals um, x minus 2x squared. Okay. And they tell us to find the derivative at x equals 1. Okay. So x minus 2x squared, let me just go ahead and graph that first. Okay, so let me write that. X minus 2x squared equals x times x minus 2x. No. 1 minus 2x. Okay, so that's going to have, you think back to college algebra a long time ago, I know. 0 and 1/2. Okay, it's a parabola shaped down. Okay, so it will look something like this. Okay. All right. Let me just plug in at x equals 1. I'm going to have, let's see, 1 minus 2 is negative 1. Draw this a little better. Should have drawn this beforehand. Okay, let's say that's 1, negative 1. Okay, so we're going to find the value of the derivative, or the slope of the tangent line. So now we know it should be negative. So if we get something that's not negative back, then something's wrong with our intuition. Okay, so let's take and find out the answer. F prime of x, remember, is equal limit as h goes to 0, f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h. By the way, this is one of those things that you should never forget. This is a prime, like one of those major ideas. Don't ever forget this one. Okay. All right, so that's going to be the limit. H goes to 0. Okay, let's take f of x plus h is going to be x plus h minus 2 x plus h squared. Let me get a little more space. Minus x minus 2x squared divided by h. Okay, now let me do the exact same thing. I'm going to expand this one. Okay. Limit h goes to 0. By the way, remember this is your f of x plus h. That's your f of x. Okay, so we're taking the limit as h goes to 0. X plus h minus 2. I'm just going to write it all together. X squared plus 2xh plus h squared minus x minus 2x squared all over h. Okay, now I remember what my calc teacher, or what your pre-calc teacher told you. The f of x should go away. This is another case where that's going to happen. This x and this x cancel. This negative 2x squared and that negative 2x squared here cancel. But this 2 is still acting on all this stuff. Okay, so what are we going to be left with? As h goes to 0, we're going to get this h here minus 4xh minus 2h squared all over h. Okay, So just to keep keep a track what happened. This h was this h. This 4xh is negative 2 times 2xh here. This negative 2h squared is negative 2 times this h squared here. Okay. This x canceled with this x. This x squared times negative 2 canceled with that 2x squared. Okay. Before I cancel the h's, I have to factor it out. It's going to actually make a good difference this time. So limit as h goes to 0. Let's factor it out. 1 minus 4x minus 2h divided by h. Now they cancel. And we get 1 minus 4x. Okay, now it asks us to find the f prime at x equals 1. So at x equals 1, that means we're going to do 1 minus 4 is negative 3. So the slope of this line, okay, is negative 3. Okay. All right. I'll see you all in the next video. Nope. Okay.